This week on The Big Picture, Keith Ablow doubles down on his bigotry, conservatives shriek class warfare, and the media can't seem to get the facts straight about the right's latest scandal. Thanks for watching. I'm Lisa Reed. Last week, President Obama unveiled his new jobs plan. And this week, he went public with the so-called Buffett Rule, a guideline stating that millionaires should pay the same rate of taxes as the middle class. Makes sense, right? Not to conservatives who are all on the same talking points.
Taking class warfare viral.
How much do you want, sir? How much is enough? This is clearly class warfare.
Class warfare from the president, and even the left yawns.
We would call this class warfare, I guess those of us on the right.
It's a cynical, destructive strategy in my mind for our country when you pit people against each other. The Republicans are calling it class warfare. I guess that's a great name for it.
But ultimately, if the president is talking about raising taxes and, you know, effectively class warfare.
The class warfare piece actually sticks to their messaging, and so I think that he felt a need to say it's not class warfare, which makes it sound defensive and that it is class warfare.
Of course, the claim of class warfare is laughable, especially when it's conservatives who have been waging war on the poor. Making the rich pay the same rate as everyone else isn't class warfare. It's a first step to making our tax code fair. Previously, we covered Fox News resident medical bigot Keith Ablow and his vile attacks on the transgender community. He went on O'Reilly's show and had this to say about Chaz Bono and transgender people in general.
Mr. Bono is doing more than dancing. He's on a campaign to mainstream transgenderism. And I have to care more about America's kids as much as I do about my own kids. And so here's the thing. We know, Bill, people model their behavior after one another. We wouldn't invite people with anorexia to go on fashion shows and talk about how wonderful they feel now that they're thinner and how they want more liposuction.
I think this might be a positive for parents to discuss this with their children. To say, look at this guy. Here's what Dr. Keith Ablow says, but here's what somebody else says. That, you know, because the kids aren't going to get away from it, Doctor. Not with the media being the way the media is. They're not going to get away with it.
If that's what you want, open the gates. Open up the DSM-4, our diagnostic manual in psychiatry. Take the heroin-dependent people, put them on TV with their drug paraphernalia, and have them speak about how happy they are.
Previously, he's compared transgender people to farm animals. So perhaps as a step up? Regardless, in positive news, Ablow announced that he is quitting the APA, the American Psychological Association, a medical group that disagrees with Ablow's opinion that gender identity disorder is not real. And with that, the APA got a little bit better. The media has been frantically pushing a scandal involving Solyndra, a solar panel manufacturer that went bankrupt last month. Solyndra had received a loan guarantee from the federal government, which was looking to promote renewable energy. But in the rush to cover the story, the media is getting numerous facts wrong. Claims of cronyism, smoking gun emails, much of it doesn't hold up under serious scrutiny. We don't have time to get into all of those errors, but you can find our research on Solyndra at MediaMatters.org. But we leave you this week with our old pal Bill O'Reilly, threatening to go Galt and giving us something to dream on. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
But if you tax achievement, some of the achievers are going to pack it in. Again, let's take me. My corporations employ scores of people. They depend on me to do what I do, so they can make a nice salary. If Barack Obama begins taxing me more than 50%, which is very possible, I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this. I like my job, but there comes a point when taxation becomes oppressive.